Sup everybody, Ben the Blur here today, bringing you LEGO Transformers Flashdrive. So here we have Flashdrive in his Cybertronian race car mode. He is the second of the Autobots that I've made. I imagine he's the Autobot Scout, much like how Bumblebee is the Scout to Optimus Prime's team. Flashdrive is the Scout to Talos Prime's team, left on Cybertron. He's mainly white with a tiny bit of red, almost looking like a racing stripe through the middle. Race car. He's obviously got the little wings at the back. He's got the two spinny wheels at the front and the two beefy wheels at the back with the two little thrusters. Little cockpit here. I think this guy's pretty unique. He's definitely one of my fun Transformers. Not just to play with, but also to transform from robot to vehicle and from vehicle to robot. It's a very unique ability, just like Talos Prime and Atom Breaker. Obviously, the wings you can obviously, pull out and then rotate as well. I personally like to just keep them quite level and straightforward from the back. So. On the underneath of him, you can't really see much, which is quite unique. I like the fact that you can't really tell what's going to be what. Well, unless maybe you think hard enough. Yeah, for a quick size comparison, here he is next to Classics Optimus. So as you can tell, he is a lot smaller than Classics Optimus Prime. Here he is side by side. I think these two kind of look good together. Nice little small sort of sporty race car next to a big beefy truck. I think they complement each other well. Let's put Optimus off to the side. So without further ado, let's get into his transformation. Now, Flashdrive's transformation is quite fun and unique. He's not so fiddly or as fragile as Talos Prime or Atom Breaker. He does have one or two weak connections, which we will have to pay attention to, but they're mainly focused in the beginning of the transformation. Once we get that out of the way, it's a piece of cake. So, let's get on right to it. First things first, what we're going to do is these whole wheel assemblies are going to come down just like this. And then this fire hose nozzle, we're going to bring all the way around, all the way up to the top of the vehicle. The exact same on the other side. Bring these wheel assemblies down and swing the fire hose nozzle all the way around to this side. Next we're gonna, there we go, there's one weak connection. Next, these assemblies we're just gonna bring around so that this flat 1x4 tile will become like his main part of his leg. And these jumper plates are here mainly just for heel support, because he doesn't really have any feet, but that's the purpose of this guy. So there's those. Next, this whole assembly here is going to come up just like that, and we can stand him. Just bring the camera up slightly, just like that. Next thing, these two wings of the vehicle, you can keep here, but I think it's just easier just to unpeg them from the side of the car. And we're just going to set them off to the side for now. These wheels assemblies are going to come up, and then the whole thing will split in half. We're going to come round to the back. The windshield for the cockpit of the vehicle is meant to come around, but as you can see, it's blocked by this bar piece, this bar panel. So what we're going to do is this whole assembly here on this grey clip we're going to bring around, and then that way we can rotate this cockpit piece around just like that to fill in a bit more of his backpack. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. And then while we're here, these bars we're going to bring up along that clip, just like that, just so his arms sit a bit further up on his body. Next we're going to come around the chest plate. We're going to rotate around so long as the clips are fully fleshed and flat. Get to the Travis brick that holds his main torso together. This red panel is going to sit nice and flush against his body, giving him a very small body. The arms, we're going to swivel out along this T-bar joint. Then going to come down and fold in before rotating his forearm and bending it at the elbow. The same on the other side. Wiggle that out, rotate it down and fold it in to sit more flush. Rotate the forearm, bend his forearm at the elbow, and just to give him a bit more of a dynamic posture, I'm going to rotate the entire head assembly 45 degrees to give him a sort of pointed face. Stand him up, and then these assemblies, the wings, we're just going to peg here. They did originally peg here, which you can technically keep them there, but I think it's just nicer to plug them right here and bend them back slightly to give him wings in robot mode. And so there is Flashdrive in his robot mode. So Flashdrive's robot mode is quite unique. So Flashlight's robot mode is quite unique. Obviously he goes from being a very sort of beefy sort of little sports car, race car, and sort of transforms into a very small and yet beefy, still sleek looking robot. It's got the nice little translucent red flat stud there representing his Autobot symbol. He's got the grey chest panels there, the nice red there. He's got the wings obviously attached to his back. He's got the cockpit bit there. Does sort of have gappy hollow legs, but that's only just so that like this whole assembly can swing on this brick right here, on this headlight brick that's on his legs. Yeah. His articulation, his head can rotate, his arms can go, swing forward and backward on that grey clip. They can go in and out. They can swing in and out on this joint and move, you know, like this as well on this joint. He's obviously got an elbow joint. His forearms can rotate. He's got a sort of backwards ab crunch, like a torso sort of, you know, tilt as well. His legs go forward and backwards, rotate here at the knees, and he's obviously got the legs can swing in and out as well. Now, much like the other two Transformers that I've made, he has a very unique ability. Flashdrive being a very fast and sporty car, and being very small, obviously he doesn't pack a lot of firepower, but that's what he makes up for with his unique ability, which he calls his Dash Strike. So, to prep him for it, we're going to take off these, and we're going to prep him. The arms will rotate, just like this, come up, and swing just like that. Do the same for this one. Just like that, to give him these very strange looking, weird, long arms. The legs, we are going to actually rotate them inwards, just like so. And you could pick either or. I'm going to bend one forward, the fire hose piece, and bring that down here, just like that. This one, we're going to bend backwards, just like so, to sort of give him this sort of vibe. These wing panels, we're now just going to fully stretch out, and they will plug right into the headlight bricks of his hands to become miniature arm blades. Now, of course, we can bring his head to the side as well. We can even rotate this up just like that, and bring this one upwards just like so, to give him a sort of Revenge of the Fallen sideswipe style rollerblade split, which is quite unique. So of course, him having this dash strike ability, he has no firepower. He mainly has his arm blades. He doesn't have any guns or anything. Obviously, being a scout, he needs to be quick and fast. So his power of his dash strike is he's able to transform his legs and his arms in a way so that the wheels sort of become rollerblades. And he basically zooms forward, holding these blades out at his side, just like this, moving forward and just cutting down anything in his path. Just pure on, like slicing everything and anything in his way. Let's just get that positioned correctly. There we go. Obviously, these jumper plates you can obviously rotate in order to make him a bit more stable. Just like that. And if you get them in correct positioning, you can actually, you know, get him to stand up. Just like that. And I think that's a pretty cool, unique ability. The fact that because he's so small and fast, he doesn't have any guns. He just has his arm blades. You can't keep them on these headlight bricks, I'm afraid, in vehicle mode. Because this is where these headlight bricks that these wheels connect to actually sit right here on these grey vent panels. And of course the Autobot symbol sort of gets in the way, so they... But I do like how these sort of attach to his shoulders. I imagine he, like, if he's about to have a fight, he reaches up to those panels, grabs them, pulls them out. A bit like Wheeljack does in Transformers Prime. He grabs them, pulls them out to become arm blades and just, you know, zooms along, slicing anything in his path at super, well, Cybertronian speeds. So let's just put him back to a normal positioning for some size comparisons. Go. He is a bit front heavy, purely because of the way that his legs and his feet are. Doesn't enable him to sort of stand up like perfectly straight. You sort of have to lean his legs back slightly just so you get the legs in the proper placement. Anyway, but here he is. There he is, and we're going to stand him next to his CO, commanding officer, Talos Prime. And obviously, as you can see, he's very small. Talos Prime is double his size, but I think that's maybe why he is, you know, such a speedy, fast kind of guy. He's the scout, because not only does he have the power to dash strike, and in vehicle mode he has the ability to go, you know, super speeds, but he's very small, so he's quite sort of sneaky, a bit like Bumblebee. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe to see more. Post in the comments any ideas you have for me to make any other LEGO Transformers, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.